So check this crazy shit out. I have been a member of Color Me for, God, over a year now. I just went out to my site. I was going to put something out on my journal. Color Me's down, Color Me's gone, for good. Thank God. I have, over the year, I had like 100, you know how many journal entries I had out there? They let you have a journal. That excited me, you know. Who would have thought you could have journal entries out there? That's how I met Foot Guy that I told you guys about. I, of course, had pictures out there, not nude. I don't do nude ever. People show more on the beach than I showed on my colorme.com profile. But in any case, I had pictures out there. But I have all the pictures, so that's irrelevant. But they give you an option on Color Me to save to your inbox, your Hotmail, my email, you know, any message sent out to somebody and any message that you got. I have them all. Hundreds, thousands, I don't know, over a year's time. In the beginning, I got a lot of people coming out, you know, but I was rarely interested in them. But in any case, crazy. Color Me's down for good, gone. But I saved my journal entries. I was smart. I copied and pasted. The only journal entries I didn't save were maybe the last one I posted or something. I saved them all. So that means this experience, I have documentation of it. I have all the messages everybody sent me, including the pictures. Because it's not a link, it's actually a sent. That's why it's saved to your email. They gave you that option on this site. It's a very advanced site. So it's gone for good. I would have been pissed if I'd lost all my journal entries, but I was smart. I saved them all. Except for the most recent one. I saved them all. That's just funny. I would have been pissed if my journal was gone, but that's the way it goes, you know. Most people don't write in that journal, but I'm a writer, so I wrote in it all the time. But I have them all. I have them all in my email. Color Me journal entry 1, Color Me journal entry 2, and it progressed, you know, as I learned about different things. But if you go out there, you'll see her, the person saying why Color Me's down. It's colorme.com, and you click on it, and it's this long explanation the woman, the founder of it, wrote. I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm just glad I saved my journal entries because I'm a writer, and I don't like to lose, you know. This stupid site was a part of, even though it was a part of my life. I learned a lot from it. It was a part of my life for, you know, in between me going through all this hell with my mom and whatnot, this site was a part of my life for over a year. So, I have all the documentation. I have all the documentation that proves that I was a part of it. I have all my journal entries. I have just about every message any guy ever sent to me and vice versa. I have them all. I saved them. It's a weird kind of site. No other site gives you that. I don't think, that option. Color Me was weird. It allowed you to save everything. And as for my journal entries, I simply copied and pasted them onto Hotmail. I was smart. Do I have every last one? No. You don't expect something like this to happen. You don't expect a dating website to go down. You know what I mean? You don't, but it can. And Color Me was different, but I knew anything could happen. I knew at one point I could lose my account for some reason. Someone could wrongly accuse me of something, and I saved all my journal entries. I have them all, or just about all. There were a lot of them. Crazy shit. Crazy shit, people. Just goes to show you, you know. Can't count on anything. That's why anything that's important, they always say you need to back up anything important, you know. If it's something you want, you need to save it somewhere else, because you just never know. Things you think are guaranteed wind up not being guaranteed, and work can disappear. I was writing on some years ago. Years ago in 2009 or something, I was writing on some kind of blog site. I remember this when my life went to hell with my mom and whatnot, but I was writing on some kind of blog site, and I had writings out there that I cared about and whatnot. And one day I got this message saying that this site was going to go down or for good or something, and they gave you an opportunity to get your stuff. Well, I didn't have that opportunity because I wasn't even able to do it. I was going through hell, you know, and I wound up losing those writings. But you can't, there's no guarantee. So if you write on anything, even if you think it's guaranteed, even if it's your own damn blog, things can happen, shit can happen, and stuff can disappear. You want to save it all. You really want to save it all. I mean, I could tell you firsthand, if you're a writer and your writings matter to you, there's nothing safe. It can disappear by accident. Even your Hotmail can disappear, you know. Years ago, when I got my Hotmail hacked into when I was in LA by a hacker enemy, you know, destroyed, gone. Years worth of messages I'd sent to people, my friends, and vice versa, and all that, all gone. All gone. All the messages, interactions between me and Craigslist men I'd responded to, all gone, all gone. You know, when I was broken up with Donald, but still living there. Explored Craigslist for the first time. Not that I was meeting anybody off of it, but you know, it's fun to write back and forth and stuff. It all disappeared. All when I was hacked into, all gone. But see, I learned from my mistakes, and this site, I knew I didn't want to lose my journal entries, so I saved them all. I saved them. One day I took the time and just went back from the very beginning, and I saved all my journal entries to my Hotmail. So now Caller Me is gone, but I also made sure to save all the messages men sent to me and vice versa. And believe me, it was nothing. There was hardly anything that I sent out, you know, because I really didn't like most of the I'm glad I have documentation of that, because I'm a writer, you know, and I like to have everything. I like to have anything that I write, I like to save and have and whatnot, you know. But when you have stuff only online, there's just no guarantee. I would have never thought this site would go down for good. Do you know how old this site's been, how long it's been around? I think the woman, I just read her whole story out there. Like 10 years. The Colony has been around a long time. And they don't update. How I found this out too, they don't update the age like other sites do. So I got pissed because there would be men who would write to me and it would still show their same age, but then if you look in what time, when they joined, I joined 7 years ago, I joined 8 years ago, and I found out via this guy who was on another site, and I said, why is your age different? He said, and you have to yourself update your age with Caller Me. They don't do it. It doesn't automatically happen every year. And you know, I get men writing to me and they'll send me a recent picture, but then what they had posted was an old picture of them, and it's like 10 years old, you know, or they had their age, they're really 10 years old. It's all bullshit. So I didn't like that. But yeah, Caller Me's gone. That's just crazy. That was how I met that guy in defeat. The one, remember, didn't do anything with him, didn't sleep with him, didn't do anything. I mean, that's how I met the guy in defeat. Caller me's gone. What crazy shit. I just read the woman's whole story because why not? I was interested. And she's like, well, he went for, just settle back and have some popcorn and read my story and you'll understand exactly why the site's closed down. People are pissed. They want access to their information, you know? Oh well. That's life, people. No guarantees in life. I can tell you that firsthand. No guarantees in this life. But look at the situation I'm in right now, and there's your proof. Well, at least almost safe. Almost safe, and I'm getting the fuck out of here very soon. Very, very soon. It's cold and miserable out. It was cold and miserable out yesterday. Ridiculous. It's almost June and it's just cold. Cold. I googled at 9 a.m. It was 49 degrees outside. It's ridiculous. It's going to be June in a couple of days. It's ridiculous. This weather is ridiculous.